This is clearly demonic.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm in the files for not going. Jeffrey Epstein was trying to meet with me.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad?
A storm started brewing the moment Joe Rogan revealed that invitations to Epstein's island had landed in his lap more than once, and each time he says he refused. But that alone wasn't what shook people. The real tremor came from whispers suggesting that by standing so close to that inner circle, he may have glimpsed secrets never meant for daylight. Now, speculation swirls that he's sounding an ominous warning that after Epstein, after Diddy and Jay-Z, the next name destined for exposure could be none other than Beyoncé.
Evidence that they're talking about
in pretty obscene ways,
horrifying ways. So that was the thing that, like, even when I talked to Mike Benz about that, he was sort of incredulous about that. It's like, I don't think they would use and it just doesn't make any sense if they got caught. But it just seems like.
Yeah, if Mike Benz was incredulous, that's pretty big.
For years, Joe Rogan cultivated a reputation built on raw conversations and unscripted truth. Long-form interviews where controversy isn't avoided but dissected, where guests speak freely, and where the mainstream narrative is often challenged head-on. Attempts to silence him only seem to fuel his reach. So when a former Hollywood director appeared on his platform describing rituals, sacrifices, and the involvement of a powerful female celebrity, the internet didn't take long to connect dots and land on Beyoncé. Despite dominating charts, collecting Grammy Award nominations, and maintaining an almost mythical presence at the top of the industry year after year, critics online claim there's something deeper beneath the polish. Jaguar Wright has repeatedly hinted in interviews that Beyoncé operates within an elite cabal, an alleged coven where she holds ultimate authority. Observers point to award shows, the BET stage, the MTV Spotlight, the Oscars, where winners, almost like clockwork, pause to shower her with gratitude, as if her approval alone validates their victory.
You ain't talk about the producers. You didn't talk about the writers. You didn't talk about the team that helped you get there. Your whole speech was about how great Beyoncé is.
Even artists like Mary J. Blige, a veteran whose career predates Beyoncé's rise, found themselves publicly honoring her while accepting awards. Moments that left some viewers raising an eyebrow.
So the way the world is now, I think people think icons are born that way.
And that's where things begin to feel unusual. It's as if the traditional order has flipped, a seasoned professor thanking a graduate student for academic praise, or a master artisan crediting an apprentice for a lifetime achievement. Normally, recognition flows upward toward mentors and trailblazers. Yet when Beyoncé is present, the atmosphere seems to shift. Veterans, newcomers, and legends alike speak as though she embodies the gold standard itself. Lizzo's emotional tribute became one of the most talked about examples, tears streaming as she accepted her award, insisting it should have belonged to Beyoncé instead.
Where are you at, Beyoncé? My eyes are wet. You changed my life. You sang that gospel medley, and the way you made me feel, I was like, I want to make people feel this way with my music. So thank you so much.
To some watching at home, that moment felt heavier than simple admiration. It carried a sense of obligation, almost like winning required an apology first. Social media erupted with debates over why Lizzo felt compelled to shrink her own triumph in order to elevate Beyoncé. Many interpreted it as evidence that Beyoncé has become an untouchable benchmark, someone no one dares surpass without public reverence. Her supporters, however, framed it as humility, respect for a trailblazer who paved the way for Black female artists. But then came Adele's unforgettable gesture.
Best of my life is Beyoncé, and this album to me, the Lemonade album, was just so monumental. Beyoncé, it was so monumental.
What can't be seen in that clip, though, is that yes, Adele broke her Album of the Year Grammy in half, apparently to give to Beyoncé, in a scene reminiscent of Mean Girl.
When Adele split her award in half and symbolically offered a portion to Beyoncé after winning Album of the Year over Lemonade, the internet spiraled. Heated discussions exploded across timelines. Was this pure admiration or something ritualistic unfolding in plain sight? The narrative intensified, painting Beyoncé not just as a superstar, but as a reigning queen whose presence commands tribute. And just when the debate seemed to peak, Britney Spears entered the conversation as well.
Means so much to me, especially on the night before Michael Jackson's birthday. He had such a huge influence on me, Gaga, and our next performer, Beyoncé.
An icon long before Beyoncé's ascent, Britney, whose global influence spans decades, referenced her in ways that subtly positioned Beyoncé as the measuring stick for greatness. Then came the infamous night when Taylor Swift won in a category where Beyoncé was nominated, and Kanye West stormed the stage, redirecting the spotlight back to Beyoncé in a moment that would echo through pop culture history.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Rumors later suggested Kanye intervened to shield Taylor from backlash, fearing she'd face outrage for winning without adequately praising Beyoncé. Since then, audiences have grown hyper-aware of what they call a pattern. Whenever Beyoncé's name appears in a nomination, viewers almost expect the winner's speech to morph into a tribute. Jaguar Wright insists it's all interconnected, threads woven into a narrative far deeper than surface-level fandom. And she's not alone. Remember when that Lady Satan, a self-proclaimed witch, appeared on Tasha K and echoed similar claims? The allegations have multiplied, layering speculation upon speculation.
The color, I remember Beyonce's video visual that she did.
Yellow. She did Oshun. Riches and beauty and love, all those things, yes.
And she put it in a video.
Yeah.
Was she supposed to film that?
No, that's fine. First of all, Oshun loves that.
Okay.
You have to have parties for her. You have to be beautiful in her day, like how she had that dress and that what is that thing on her head? It's like a tiara, but it was huge. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. She loves those things. She loves everything pretty and girly. And riches. So Beyonce.
What is it? I hear so much about it. What is it though?
She's crowned Oshun, and so Oshun signifies everything that I just noted. So basically, she has these parties and gives her offerings and things like that for her blessing.
Is that what the fruit is?
Yeah, that's what the fruit is.
Then there's Stunner for Vegas, formerly signed to DaBaby, who openly declared in an interview that Beyoncé is a priestess devoted to the god IFA. He went further, alleging she is the daughter of a deity known as Ocean, figures revered in West African spiritual traditions, which he claims connect to her ancestral roots.
A lot of people practice it like Samuel or somebody.
Beyonce.
Some people do. Beyonce practice Ifa. She a child of Ocean. She a child of Ocean. She got songs. She got songs like talking about her ancestor. Every time she dressed up like her ancestor. When she was pregnant, she dressed up as Ocean.
Adding fuel to the fire, Beyoncé's former drummer of 5 years, Kimberly Thompson, once filed for a restraining order, accusing her of practicing extreme witchcraft and casting powerful spells described as acts of great honor. Claims that, while unproven, sent shockwaves through online community.
I don't want anything, and I really want to make that clear. I want nothing to do with this person. This was not to up my career. This was not to jumpstart my drumsticks, my CDs, my music, my label. I don't want anything to do with this. If you even offered me money, if anybody was offering money for interviews, I would not take it. I don't want anything to do with this person. I want it dead. And it's even as far as me taking the legal matter and taking steps into putting it on writing and saying it, literally, that I don't want anything to do with this entire situation.
Nothing has ever been officially substantiated, yet in Hollywood, rumors rarely fade. They evolve, resurface, and rebrand themselves with time. One voice can be dismissed. Two become gossip. But when the same name echoes across interviews, podcasts, lawsuits, and late-night conspiracy threads, curiosity turns restless. Joe Rogan allegedly alluded to powerful entertainment figures whose reach extends far beyond trophies and headlines, hinting at elite circles invisible to the average fan. Speculation now runs unchecked, morphing into narratives that blur the line between rumor and perceived reality. And as audiences dissect the pattern, comments flood in like these. I've noticed that all female artists that went over Beyoncé accept their award, but not without praising Beyoncé. Victoria Monet did the same thing on the 2024 BET Awards. It's almost as if they have to do it. Another agreed to that last sentence there. They have to honor Beyoncé because she's the coven leader, allegedly. And finally, Beyoncé's aura is actually very dark. Makes me feel uncomfortable even behind my screen. The question now lingers in the air. What do you believe? Is Beyoncé's influence simply the product of unmatched talent and cultural impact, or is there something more shadowy fueling the narrative? Why does the pattern appear to repeat itself? Who are the voices pushing these claims of spiritual ties? And if truth ever emerges, what will it reveal? Share your thoughts below, hit like, subscribe, and step into the next story, because this saga is far from over.